Welcome back, everybody. Lots of great discussions and questions in the comments this last turn. Good job. Here's one of my favorites. How much damage can we take? So, assuming this other ship is heavily armed for war, how long can we last in combat? How many hits can we take before we sink? Excellent. When you're first starting off, it might be hard to think of questions. As you get going and you get more practice, they'll start flowing more freely. You'll come up with question after question. Oh, no problem at all. That's part of what this game is doing, is it's training you, if you're playing it right, it's training you to ask questions like this. I think it's kind of hard at first because you don't know anything. You don't know what you don't know. So here's something maybe to help you get started. What do we need to know? What decisions do we need to make, and what do we need to know to make those decisions? What should we be asking, right? It helps to have a curious nature. You should be curious and inquisitive. How does this work? How do we know that? Why? Who was it? I think it was Jakey that in the comments that came up with that. How many hits can we take? How much damage before we sink? Great questions. Note also that it may not seem like there's much going on, right? We've only had 2 turns, or we're about to do the second turn, and all that's happened is these 2 ships have moved up a little bit. When are you going to get to the game, right? Well, if you see from the discussions, the game is already afoot. There is a lot going on already. And this game is kind of deceiving. The rules are pretty simple. It may not seem like there's a lot going on. You're just making a couple moves. Well, the battle's being fought right now, and the battle's being won or lost already in these first couple moves. There's a lot more going on than it looks like. This is one of those games kind of like chess or poker. The rules are very simple. Doesn't seem like there's much to it, but when you start diving into the strategy and all the possibilities and trying to sort through all of it, it is very, very, very complex. Fun stuff, right? All right, let's see what the Dauntless did, what happened in turn 2, so we can be ready for turn 3. All right, so first turn, Dauntless moved full speed. No turns, so it's 0 degrees. And straight ahead. This turn, they said slow speed, but then they corrected and said, nope, we want full speed. All right. They're making a hard 90-degree turn to port or left. So we're turning to left, right? So we're going to turn the bow of this to the left. If you get your ports and your lefts and your starboards all mixed up, this kind of shows you, right? So you're turning left, which is port, it tells you. All right, so everybody's going to set their course simultaneously. And once everybody has these set, we move. Dauntless's bow starts on this triangle. We're going to end up with her stern on one of these spades. You can see this is 90-degree turn. This would be speed 1. This one would be speed 2. So the third fastest speed would put the Dauntless right there. Now let's see what the French did. All right, now I don't know how well you can see in this shot, but they're going full speed, 0-degree turns, straight ahead. Same thing they did last turn. So this would be 1, 2, speed 3, straight ahead. All right, and here we have it. This is the end of turn 2. Dauntless comes about for a broadside. The Magnifique is full speed, steady as she goes. Wind out of the east. I got that wrong in the first video. How far away are they? Just to give you a sense. This distance here is long firing range. Potentially one more move and we could have combat. All right, what will the Dauntless do next? What do you think the French intent is? Do you think they're armed for war? How's the Dauntless doing so far? Now, I'm making the moves and showing them here in the video, but this game is really being played in the comments. So if you want to really see what happened turn 2, go back and look at that video and read through the comments. You can see what the players were arguing about and struggling with. You can comment there, and if you want, you can join in on the game and jump in on the comments this turn. The more minds, the better, right? We get more input to these decisions. Maybe you can come up with better questions than they are. What should they have been asking? What would you have asked? It'll be fun to see what happens this next turn.